Where's Nicole? All right, on behalf of the Northern Shenandoah Valley Community Veterans Engagement Board, I would like to welcome you to the 2018 Military Expo. My name is Adam Packham. I am the chairman of the board, and I have the honor and privilege of that position. I would like to take a minute to briefly introduce our officers, if you could please stand. All right. I'm going to start with our secretary, Sherry Fletcher. Our treasurer, Nicole Gatliff. And our historian, Gabriel Sheridan. I would also like to thank Delegate Chris Collins for attending today. What was it? All right, so can I have everyone please stand as the Frederick County Sheriff's Department Honor Guard presents the colors? I would like everyone to please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Frederick County Sheriff's Department. I'd like to, everybody continue to please stand. I'd like to introduce Jeff Walker as he sings the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing for the invocation by Chaplain Paul Campbell.
Uncover and say amen at the conclusion of prayer. Almighty God, giver of life and God of peace, we thank God for this wonderful occasion of this Veterans Engagement Board Member 2018 Expo. Thank you for all who made contribution to make this day possible. I pray your blessings upon all that participated on this Memorial Day weekend. May we never forget the sacrifice made by so many to ensure freedom. Be able to speak of the hour of this day and enjoy our fellowship and togetherness and unity following this meeting. In the Lord's name we humbly pray. Amen. May be seated. Thank you.
Next, I would like to present our guest speaker today, retired Command Sergeant Major Victor Angry. Vic was the first African American to hold the position of Command Sergeant Major of the entire Army National Guard. He was responsible for more than 368,200 soldiers in all 50 states and 3 territories and the District of Columbia. He is currently a volunteer firefighter with the Dale City Volunteer and Manassas Volunteer Fire Companies and serves on the Veterans Services Board for the Governor Ralph Northam. Victor recently released his first book, Angry Leadership. Vic Angry is a cherished friend, mentor, and advisor to the Northern Shenandoah Valley Community Veterans Engagement Board. Please join us in welcoming Command Sergeant Major Vic Angry.
Thank you, man. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Come here, Ashley. Give me my hug, Ashley. Yes. Oh, man, it's dark in here. Woo! Hey, guys. Good morning. Good afternoon. Let me start off by telling you this. Your engagement board is truly engaged, all right? This is what you call a victory. Yes? Yes. All right. So you heard that introduction. And I want to tell you, I did 23 years in the Army National Guard. I did a lot of great things in my career. But one of the things that I've always wanted to be a part of as just a little kid is being introduced as a speaker. I think maybe there's a dream of that for everybody to actually have that opportunity. And it's something that, you know, I'm very honored to be standing here today to talk to you all. And what are we here to talk about? We're here to talk about our veterans, all right? We're here to talk about employment. We're here to talk about being engaged, what this board is really doing. So I want to start off by telling you this. The number 3, what is that, you may ask? 3 is what I've discovered to be the number of jobs that a veteran will go through before they settle in. Yeah? Now, I know that probably scares some of you as employers. You're saying, wait a minute, why do I want to hire this person if they're going to leave here eventually? Well, let me tell you why I believe that is so. And I'm going to speak from experience. I'm going to speak from many conversations I've had with many veterans. The first reason is this. Military personnel, we travel. We PCS. When we get into an assignment, we're never there forever. We stay there until our job is done. Then we move on into another position somewhere else in the world, in the states, in the nation. That's what we do. So we're used to that. So we're used to being somewhere, and then when it's done, we move. And so sometimes you can get caught in that rut where you feel like, now this is post-military. When you come out, you feel, you know, okay, it's time to go do something else. So you see a lot of that. Now, the second reason is this. It really is about engagement. So I want to talk to my employers that are hiring my veterans. You have to engage this military coming out into the workforce. One thing we do very well in the military is we train and we prepare our service members to do the great work that we do. One thing that we don't do well in the military is transition a service member out of the military back home to the workforce. We don't do a good job of that. Okay, that's just a fact of what it is. But that's where you come in, because you have to understand what type of a member and employee you're getting into your workforce. And how do you understand that? It's really just through simple conversation. All right, we call it the 100-mile stare, right? That's when someone's standing there and they just kind of blank out. You may know this best from the Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Anybody saw that movie? Yeah? Okay, if you like it, please watch that movie. It's kind of humorous, but it has a lot of truth to it. He's a dreamer. He dreams, and sometimes he just snaps out and goes into this dream world. And there's a scene, I don't know the lady's name because I don't know actors' names at all, you know. But she kind of says, hey, where'd you go? And just ask him a simple question. And he told her, right? So a lot of times when people check out, it's just a matter of asking, hey, where'd you go? And you'll be amazed at the conversation you get. Here's what I'm saying. I remember talking, my outlet is my wife. So I was talking to someone earlier. He said, your wife actually listens to you? Yeah, right? So, because sometimes when it's all in you, I deal with, in my time, and even now, I deal with a lot of service members, a lot of people, and I listen to all the stuff going on because I want that. And then I share back how best we can handle this. But guess what? That stuff all sits on me now. And you have to get it off you, right? You have to get it off you. So I get it off of me with my wife. Now, that means it sits on my wife, but then I think women can bear that better than men do. We seem to suck at that. We really do. Anyway, we're not going to get into that. But here's the deal. When I talk to her and I get this stuff out of me, I feel a lot better, right? Because it's out of me. I get it out of my mouth, and then I feel a lot better. And that's really what you have to do when you engage in your employees. I mean, it should be done for everyone in your company. It should be done between employee just relations. But here's something that you don't do. Now, I'm going to see who here remembers this. Here's something that you don't do. We're going to take a line from Patrick Swayze and Dirty Dancing, and every service member that comes out, our code name is Baby, right? Now, what's one thing you don't do with Baby? You don't put Baby in the corner. Now, let us break down and analyze just that scene for a second. All right, so Baby was this girl. She was a great dancer because she danced with Johnny. Y'all know I love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies ever. But they did this dance, and they were really good at dancing, right? But her father didn't know that, didn't like it, and so he kind of like didn't know that side of his daughter and just the beauty that she had of this dancing until Johnny got her out of the corner, put her on stage, and they started dancing. Everybody was like, oh. And then what did they end up having? The time of their life. Come on, you can sing it with me. We're not going to sing it. Okay. But the point there being is that beauty that she held that was contained in this corner because the father didn't like what was going on in the rest of the whole movie. If you saw it, and I hope you saw it, please raise your hand. I got to know. Who's seen Dirty Dancing? Oh, yes. If you haven't seen Dirty Dancing, please watch Dirty Dancing. It's probably one of Patrick Swayze's best movies. Okay. But the point is that character that she was so beautifully engaged to be is really no more than your service members. When you get to know Baby, that being us, the military service members, you will find that you get a lot in that person because the military does not build technicians. We build leaders. That's what we create. Now, at somewhere in the late 70s, around there, the Army used to have a technical rank where you'd be a technician in your field, and we pretty much got out of that, and so did the rest of the services in the sense that all you create is leaders. When you reach the rank of E5 as an enlisted, and all officers are leaders, you fall into leadership ranks, and you progress through those. And then if you stay in long enough and you do well enough, you end up a command sergeant major or a general. That's just what it is. And in those fields is nothing but leadership. You lead people. You understand missions. You understand personality. You understand that when someone comes into your formation and they have that stare, you stop them at the door. Hey, whoa, what's that look? What's going on? Because that's what we do. It's very different when you come out of the military. That's where we did a poor job of transitioning service members coming out because a lot of you all don't see that or don't really know that. And I was down in Richmond at our last Board of Veterans Service meeting, and so a senator and I, we talked about addressing the elephant in the room. What's that elephant? We all hear this, everybody wants to hire veterans, but the reality is a lot of people are scared of veterans, and that's the elephant in the room. And what are you afraid of is we've had some situations in America, where it's been driven by veterans. And I will tell you this. The number one thing that you have to understand is the conversation that you need to have with these with your vets that you're employing. And it's just a simple conversation. Everybody wants to talk, trust me. And when you get them to talk, and most of the time, guess what? We don't know how to shut up. Right? So we will talk you for days, and then you will hear the whole story. And remember, please allow us to share with you our war stories, because those war stories are cool. And I know half of you probably don't know what much of this stuff is, but I got this one here for the Spitwire Champion. No, it was in the movie I saw. Okay, no, all of this really means something, but the fact is, I like talking about, the things I've done in the military and the awards I have and the things I've done and the people I've met and the accomplishment I have. I don't do well talking about some of those bad days, those sad days, but if you tread lightly and get into that, you will get a conversation on that. It's all about a comfort zone, and so most of the time we just have to break down those walls, those barriers that we create on purpose, and then you have to break through those to actually get into the real conversation. When you get there, you will find you've got the best employee that you got. You got the best friend that you have. And let me tell you something, you probably got the best protector that you're ever going to get. Here's a question. How many of you do this here? When you're driving, do you look in your rearview mirror? Probably every vet in this room is shaking their head saying, of course I look in my rearview mirror. We do 360 situational awareness any chance we can. How many of you do this here? If you ever go to the restaurant, now my wife is an MP, mind you. We have to fight over whose back is going to the door. No joke. But I feel comfortable because she was a cop, and so I'll sometimes sit with my back to the door. But that's just a common thing. It's not a bad thing. It's something that you got to understand. This is where we came from. So as you're dealing with the relationships, ask the questions. I would say that everybody needs to have 360 situational awareness, and that's just not because of the state we're in today. It's just all the time. You really want to, know your surroundings and what's really going on. I think that's critical key in life. All right. I don't know what my time limit was. I got a timekeeper somewhere that keeps me on track. All right, because, I can kind of go overboard with this. All right, so let's talk about, what we're here to do today. And first and secondly, because I did my first thing, secondly, I want to thank all of you for coming out here today, because this is huge. And I know that the board has put a lot into preparing for this day. And trust me, I've seen the emails, I've seen the Facebook posts, I've seen the LinkedIn, I've seen every outlet that you guys put to get this word out. And I want to say you've done a tremendous job. I was down here last year talking a little bit, and this year is truly an amazing year. So I really want a round of applause to thank my Ashley, my Adam, and my board for putting this on. All right? Because that's what this is about. This is about engagement and getting everybody involved. All right. So who's ready to have some fun? Yeah? Wait, come on, really? Woo, woo, woo. Who's ready to have some fun? Yeah, man, yeah, all right. I say we do some push-ups. Y'all with me? No? Oh, we're not going to do any push-ups. All right, we're not going to do any push-ups. So we have this thing going until 1900 for those of you that don't know 7 p.m. anymore. All right, we got this thing going to 1900 today. I really hope that everybody engages in something and with someone and just kind of keep this fever, this fire, this passion going, because that's what this is about. Please remember, talk to a veteran, lightly tread into a conversation, listen to the conversation, and I think you'll love what you hear. All right? I guarantee you'll love what you hear. I see some heads nodding. You guys agree with me? All right, all right. Now, I saw a lot of food upstairs. Yes? And is that edible now or later? Okay, the food is edible. The food is edible now. All right, and there's coffee. Okay. All right, so they have done the work they need to do to prepare you all for a full day of excitement, and there's no way anybody should be hungry here. And there's no way anybody should be thirsty. And there's no way anybody should not be talking to someone, all right? So I'm going to walk around here a couple of, hours and, look. And if I don't see everybody talking to somebody, I'm just going to run up to you. My last name is Angry. I was born that way. I'm generally not an angry guy. But I will be upset and unhappy if you're not engaged, all right? That's what this board is about. They engage the people. We are here to engage. Let's go engage. Good? All right. Oh, Jimmy, we can. Okay. So, yes, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Command Sergeant Major, for your encouraging words.
I feel like Janet
Following
Jackson.
the ceremony, you will have the opportunity to take advantage of several different sessions. There's 25 sessions. If you look in the middle of your program, you will see the schedule. There has been one change. Health insurance is now in 142, and Connected People Grow is now in 106. So, unfortunately, that was done after the fact of printing the program, so I apologize for the confusion. Let's see. These sessions are going to run until 4 o'clock. The descriptions are in the program. Please feel free to plan your schedule how best fits your needs. There are several resource tables that you saw when you came in that are set up. Thank you all for providing these tables and attending to provide the resources to the veteran community. We have employers and employment resources up on the second floor where the food is. Please visit those tables as well. There will be time in between sessions. There will be time for you to see them after the sessions, because from 4 to 5:30 we will have a networking component of this event. So you can go to the tables, go to the sessions, make your day what works best for you. Adam has already recognized the board members. I am the vice chair. He got a little overwhelmed, but that's okay. So my name is Ashley Moslak. I've met a lot of you. If I have not met you, I would love to meet you by the end of this day. Please come say hello, ask me any questions. We are here to serve you. This is your event. We just made it happen, and we are very proud of it. This is our first event of many. So again, if I could ask the officers to stand and identify themselves for anyone that just came in late. Anyone have any questions, please see them.
Lunch is available in room 230. You may eat in the classrooms, but we ask that you be respectful and clean up after yourselves. We don't want say again? We don't want to miss the opportunity to thank our generous sponsors providing the food and the means to make this event possible. We would also like to thank those who've assisted in the planning committee, my fellow officers, and also Rob Farm. You want to stand, Rob? Edie McGough, where are you, Edie? Edie, thank you, Edie. Anthony Barnes, which I think he is stepped out for a little while, and Victor Angry, of course. Yeah. And my beautiful wife, Rebecca Packham. Please stand, babe.
Okay, before we conclude, we would like to draw a few names while we have Sergeant Major up here. He has, like we said, recently released 2 books. So we are going to draw 2 names. If you have not gotten a chance, please fill out the survey. We have a needs survey at check-in. It's a little extensive, but it's not that bad, I promise. Please fill that out. Your information, even if you are not a veteran, if you're a spouse, please just indicate what you are. There's a spot. If you have multiple things, you're a veteran and a spouse of a veteran, please check that as well. We're going to be using the results of this survey moving forward to better serve the community. So this information is very valuable. We have some awesome prizes to give away, but we are going to hold those off till this afternoon because this is not enough. We need more, please. So Adam, I'm sorry, Sergeant Major, you're going to draw 2 lucky winners to get your book.
To get this awesome book.
It's an amazing book, I promise you.
Signed copy.
I don't know if it's awesome. I don't know about all that. Let's see. Drum roll, please. Can I pull 2? Just 2? I'll pull 1 and then 1. I'll do 1 and 1. I won! Oh, no, it's not me. Jerry, is that Looney? Lunt? Jerry Lunt? Jerry Lunt, yes! I just talked to you. I'm going to go see Jerry. I'm going to see Jerry. Come on. I just talked to you. Wow. Nice Thank you, sir. Nice to meet you. All right. Look at that. Jerry just winning. Jerry's lucky. All right, let's do this again. Let's see if I can win again. All right. Smith. Rick Smith. Where's Rick? There's Rick. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm going to come meet Rick, too. Come on, Rick. You know what? We got to take pictures. Wait a minute. The lights are down. I want a picture. I'll come get you.
We'll get
come
a
do the
picture after.
Yeah, we'll do that after. Okay.
Okay. The public forum will begin in the auditorium at 5:30. You will find forms at the check-in table for you to submit questions for the panelists. I do not believe they are down there yet. My apologies. I want to give a little caveat. We had the tables delivered first thing this morning, so the board's been working very hard all morning to try and get things situated. I apologize for the chaos, but I thank you all for just embracing it and continuing to run with it in the true military fashion of just carrying on. I really appreciate it, and we really appreciate, I cannot say enough how much we appreciate everyone that has made this event possible. Again, like I said, if you have any questions, please find us. This concludes our opening ceremony. Please head up to room 222 and grab some food. I'm sorry, 2:30.